Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine behind the markets. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, March 24th. And who knew, but Nvidia may be Tesla's biggest threat, which is actually surprising. Jensen Huang, Nvidia's CEO, has projected literally $1 trillion in AI infrastructure demand by 2027, which is just astonishing numbers, really. And Tesla has been known for its self-driving FSD, full self-driving technology. And the idea for Tesla for a very long time was to actually try to get other people up to use this FSD technology, sell it to other companies like Uber, for example. But Nvidia is actually releasing their own Drive platform, and it really aims to bring AI into the real world, which again, I have some notes here, turns any car into a robo-taxi, basically. And they call it its Drive AGX 4 platform, basically. And by the way, NVIDIA's secret supplier that we talk about all the time here is a big part of that. So anyway, so basically, potential customers, NVIDIA really is selling this now to Uber Technologies. They plan to launch a fleet of Drive-enabled robotaxis in 28 global markets by 2028. Now, that could have been business for Tesla, which again, of course, has the FSD, this own self-driving stuff. But Uber isn't even the only issue. Last week, BYD, China companies, BYD, Korea's Hyundai Motor, Japan's Nissan Motors, and others have also announced plans to use NVIDIA's Drive technology for their own autonomous driving programs. And look, that is going to dramatically boost the number of cars that are using FSD technology. It's really interesting because when you watch the history of how this developed here, the car companies were trying to make this FSD technology themselves, but they really couldn't figure it out. The people that really figured it out was Tesla and Google with their Waymo. And now NVIDIA is saying, look, we're going to make a platform agnostic technology. And basically, anybody who wants it could buy it. We're just going to get on with this because the tech guys make it better than the car companies, let's be honest. Car companies don't even make maps. I use my car map that comes with the car. I have a Jeep Cherokee, and it's really not as good as Google Maps or Apple Maps. I prefer Google Maps personally. But my point is that when you look at Tesla's valuation, a lot of that is baked in. Their full self-driving is really baked in. People consider it worth $1.2 trillion alone, or about $270 a share, fully diluted. Basically, that valuation implies that Wall Street is imagining that Tesla's FSD, full self-driving, is a big asset of Tesla's. But NVIDIA could really potentially commoditize one of Tesla's biggest assets. NVIDIA is working to commoditize that. It's unbelievable. They'll be giving away something really cheaply to everybody else. This is one of Tesla's most valuable things. Imagine you were in business and the most valuable thing that you owned, one of your most valuable assets, was being sold by a company with deeper pockets than you, than your company, at a fraction of the price. You'd be like, oh my goodness. This is why, as this starts to happen, you get a clearer picture of why Tesla is moving away from cars and towards robots. As this starts to happen, you understand why they're moving more into robotaxis instead of just cars with FSD, just robotaxis, really scale that business, and importantly, even more importantly, really Optimus Robots, humanoid robots. So Tesla basically, and Elon, as much of a genius as Elon is, NVIDIA is not too shabby either. So they're getting attacked from different sides. They're getting attacked from China on the mass production scale of just EVs, dumb EVs. They're getting attacked now on this side from NVIDIA on the FSD technology, their full self-driving technology. So they're trying to move positions away from their vulnerable points and move over to areas where they still have a competitive and comparative advantage, which would be in Optimus Robots. If they really figure out Optimus Robots, I know there's a lot of videos out there of China having a bunch of robots dancing on their fields and all this other stuff, but those are very simple. We could do that too. But if they actually solve for actual, really good robots, they would probably have a 5 to 10 year lead in that all by themselves, like they had with Tesla. Elon had 5 to 10 year lead in Tesla before everybody caught up with him. It seems like everybody's really caught up or is catching up to his super advantage. Again, China with their BYD, they caught up over time. It seems like Nvidia is starting to catch up with their full self-driving. So Tesla has to jump ahead. And the way to jump ahead, of course, is going to be Optimus Robots and embodied intelligence. So now you get to see why Tesla's board basically rewarded Elon with a package that could let him earn $1 trillion, basically. And a large part of that is based on his ability to scale Optimus Robots. So we're moving away from this phase of Tesla's life cycle to a different phase of Tesla's life cycle. And look, in standard competitive strategy, if you read a book like Michael Porter's Competitive Strategy, you avoid companies like Tesla because it's so hard to keep running ahead of your competitors. Because you think about it, but Elon Musk is one of those rare people like a Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. They've always just been ahead of their competitors. And we're very excited to see what he comes out with next. I would not bet against Elon. Doesn't mean I bet for Tesla, but I wouldn't bet against Elon. Anyway, that's all I have. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.